Morning, everybody. Giovanni Williams here. Um, wow, I just got back my internet, so you know, without further ado, this morning I want to talk about reparations. I think reparations is one of the biggest elements to the progression of the African diaspora throughout the world. I wanna first off say that I am not against it. I am 100% for it. But I think we are going as a people, as a nation, we are going about it the wrong way. In the sense of we are fighting a fight separately. We are fighting a war, a battle separately. Okay, you have islands in the Caribbean who are trying to get reparations from their colonizers. You have North America doing the same thing. You have African nations trying to get reparations and stuff like that. I think one of the biggest elements that we need to do for the reparations is we need to create a committee that has everybody in it. I'm talking about people from the Caribbean, people from North America, people from Brazil, South America, and Europe, the African diaspora in Europe, and also Africans from the homeland. So I think we need to create a committee that will push this agenda forward and continue bringing information to the masses, continue collecting information and bringing it to the forefront so we can challenge the justice system, the European justice system, the American justice system, with their beliefs of justice, equality, and those things. I think when we create a committee, it will serve the purpose much better instead of everybody fighting on their own. Because remember, it happened to everybody. It just didn't happen to one set of people. It happened to everybody. All of us are here because of that situation. So all of us are spread worldwide because of the situation. And Africa is in the situation it is because of the same situation. So I think we need to create a committee with committed people that would stand and take these people head on for what is rightfully ours. One of the key things about doing this is we will be able to present much more information and have much more ideas to pass around. Because remember, all in all, they would not have the financial capacity to repay us. Okay, they don't have the financial capacity to repay us. So it's easy for them to say, oh, let's forget about slavery. But what is really honest and truly, they don't have the financial capacity to repay us. They do not have it. And second of all, it doesn't make any sense. And I heard Dr. Umar Johnson say this, and I really agree with him. It doesn't make any sense to only look for money. We need tangible things. Money right now, the euro, the dollar, everything is failing. Everything is failing. So in a time like this, to get billions and millions and hundreds of millions and trillions of dollars really doesn't make any sense. What are you going to do with the money? You're going to still need that money to invest in their economy, okay, or put back in your own economy, which is the motherland, Africa. So we don't want to be in a situation where we are crippled by them giving money, and we know that the money is failing, the money is struggling to stay afloat. Okay, so that's one of the things. I think that's a second point. And a third point is, I think in the process of us asking for reparations, we need to look in to asking the colonizer, not even asking, demanding that the colonizers relinquish their hold over the resources in Africa. It's plain and simple, okay? Because we know they will not be able to pay us, but we know one thing they can do is relinquish their hold over the motherland, and that would be part of the reparations. letting go of the resources, so the nation itself, Africa, can utilize its resources for their benefit. Okay, these are things we have to look into, because as a nation, okay, when Africa gets her resources, the African diaspora worldwide will be strengthened. Right now, we don't have a nation to back us. That's why we're failing. I mean, these are things we know. Basically, we know all these things already. But we don't have a nation to back us. Look at the Chinese. They have a nation that's backing them. Look at the Indians. They have a nation that's backing them. So anything go wrong, they can say, this is what we want, this is what we don't want, we're going to make changes, and it happens. Not for the Africans. Okay, and a lot of people don't want to be called Africans, but we need to be real. We need to be realistic. There's no other ethnic group, or there's no other nation in the world where their people really fight against being called what they really are. Only the Africans. Okay, so that's something we have to get over. I think creating a committee would help the situation much more, because we'll have a united front. And seeing the fact that we don't have a united front is what is causing us a lot of delays in this process. So we really need to create a committee and then push the agenda forward. I'm sorry about the noise in the background. They're busy doing some work, putting some wires on the ground. So I'm very sorry about that. It's been like this for the past couple of days, and it's not nice at all. You know, it's really throwing off me putting in some work. But as I was saying, let me come a little closer. As I was saying, we another thing. I know, I heard. I think when we get Africa as a nation back, we shouldn't call it the USA, United States of Africa. I think we should call it. I think a name that would be perfect for that is the United Nation of Africa. Okay, bring. I mean, you know, we have the USA already. You know, the UNA, the United Nations of Africa. So get everybody back under one nationhood. You know, or maybe not even nations, United Nation of Africa. Get everybody back under the nationhood, and like that. Now we set up a atmosphere where people who want to live in the West, Africans who want to live in the West, can do so. You know, who want to live, you know, in North America, South America, wherever, they can do so, backed by the nation of Africa. Okay. Another thing we have to be really careful about when we're creating a committee like this is the Sambos. You know, the black people who prefer to work to shut down something that's positive for other blacks, because they feel they should be the only ones on top. We got to be really careful about those kind of guys. We really have to put some measures in place that when we catch them, they will be severely dealt with in whatever capacity. But these are things we have to look into. We need to really set up a structure that can build us economically, set us free economically, set us free spiritually, and then we can start building. Because like I said, it's well deserving. You can't pay slave masters because they lose out on slaves, but not the slaves. It's crazy, it's ludicrous. So we see all these things coming to light, piece by piece, bit by bit. We see them coming to light, and this is where we can make our mark for this as a nation, as a people. We can make our mark now. This is the time. This is the age of information. All the information that is needed will come to the forefront, but it's how we utilize the information we're getting is what will make our conquest in setting Africa, the motherland, free. You know. Excuse me. So that's what I've been thinking about lately. Really, and trying to just bring this power to everybody out there in YouTube world. You know, we need to stand together. And like I said, you know, not everybody's gonna be happy about it. Not everybody's gonna take to it. A lot of people will not like it. A lot of people don't want to leave the West. That's understandable. But for those who want to go back to the motherland, we want to be able to go back and have resources at our leisure, not at other people's leisure, because it's not theirs in the first place. But anyway, that's all I want to say. Let's start a committee. The UNCP, United Committee. CP, I said, right? UNCP, the United Committee for Reparations, or should I say UNCR, United Committee for Reparations. Let's get it started. So it's not only for monetary gain, but for our future. Our history needs to be put back in place in history. It needs to be where it is. Not that we are better than folks or anything like that, but our history needs to be told in the right way, in the correct manner. And only we can do that. An oppressor would not give you, we know this, these are things we know. An oppressor would never tell your history the way it should be. Okay, he'll tell you his side of the story. We all know that. The one who wins the war gets to tell the story. Now it's our time to utilize the age of information to bring back ourselves to the forefront and be also a leader in making decisions throughout the world as a nation, as an African nation. Like I always say, don't be a dream chaser, be a dream creator. You know what I'm saying? Peace and love, families. RBG for life. Let's do this thing. Let's get this going because, listen, it's time. This is the time for this to happen. And let's do it, people. Peace, love, and everything nice.